Hey, I've been back with another video. This is really high up. Sorry. Okay, Riverdale episode 4. Also, I forgot to mention this in the last one. I got this on DVD. How awesome is that? It was really cheap. $7.50, son. That's great. I'm excited. That was like Saturday, but I just remembered to show it. I'm gonna give it to a teacher at school because I figure I'm not gonna give it to them, but I'll let them borrow it. Because I go in there and talk about it a lot and they haven't seen it. So, putting more people on the Scott Pilgrim train, if you will. Anyway, Riverdale. So episode 4, we have Archie doing more of the red circle stuff. He goes out and buys a gun and a vest, and he's like, I'm ready to do some killing, son. And yeah, I think it's pretty crazy. I'm not like a gun expert or anything. I don't know a whole lot about guns. I'm not in the NRA or anything like that, but is that allowed? Because he's probably 16-ish, 15, maybe 17. Is that allowed to sell a gun to a minor? I feel like that's kind of illegal. I mean, he had ID. I don't know. You can tell me in the comments because I really don't know anything about guns. So yeah, he buys a gun, and then Veronica is moral support, if you will. She makes T-shirts, and she's also she's there to keep him from going fully crazy. And later in the episode, he also has a meeting, and Veronica doesn't even show up. What a jerk! But she kisses him, so that's fair. That's a fair apology. Not really, but whatever. We have Jughead and Betty are trying to solve the codes of the Black Hood, and Hiram and Hermione and Fred Andrews and Alice Cooper all go down to the City Hall, and they are yo, this is, you have one side that's we need to take action and stop the Red Hood. No, that's Batman. Sorry. Stop the Black Hood, because there's the red circle and the Black Hood, and you have Batman, which has the Red Hood. So you're Batman, Archie, what's the difference? Anyway, also, speaking of Red Hood, I got Red Hood on Injustice. Pretty cool. I prefer Starfire. I think I got Darkseid, Red Hood, Starfire. I think Starfire is probably my favorite. I haven't bought Black Manta. I'm not gonna buy any of the Mortal Kombat characters. I'm gonna get Hellboy. Yeah, I got way off topic, but little side note for you guys. So yeah. And then Fred Andrews is we can't just all be divided, and this is getting sort of crazy, if we're divided and we all are attacking each other, then we're all gonna, go downhill. Is more or less what he's trying to say, I think. And then again, Archie's being a total lunatic, and his father's scared of him. Veronica's dude, you need to chill out, alright? Just chill out. Because he goes to the south side, and he starts spray painting these giant red circles on everything, and then some south side student people are yo, what are you doing? What are you doing here? You're painting all over the place. It's and they get into a little bit tussle. He's you just made a big mistake with his knife, and then Archie's you made a mistake, and that was the coolest thing ever, because Archie's no, you brought a knife to a gunfight, so step off. I was hoping he would do that too, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny and clever, if you will, because he's I'm not gonna get stabbed, I'm gonna totally shoot you. Yeah, that's probably, that's the smart thing to do. Or you could walk away, I guess, but fight fire with fire, you know what I mean? Not really, that was a joke. Um, so yeah, and then he does that, and then the principal, of course, gets word of it because like, why wouldn't you be like, yeah, one of your students like tried to shoot me, so you might look at his locker, and then of course they look in the locker and like, they don't find it. But then I was thinking like, oh, he's probably gonna hide it at his house because why would he keep a gun in his locker? That's stupid. But no, he calls his girlfriend of all things. It's like, hey, can you get my gun? Like, now that I think about it, it's kind of a weird thing to like call your girlfriend. Like, hey, sweet cheeks, how about you go in the toilet and get my gun? Like, that's kind of a weird conversation. But yeah, that happens, and Veronica's like, dude, you really need to chill out. And he's like, alright, fine. And she's like, I threw your gun away. It's in Sweetwater River. And then Reggie, because everybody had left the red circle or whatever, but then everybody comes back. And, everybody comes back with like pizza, I guess. And they're like, alright, we're going to stand with you. We got your back. And then the Southside Serpent gang comes, and then we get into a big fight. It's a big fight with clapping. Clap off, if you will. So yeah, and then there's a big fight, and then Betty and Jughead, because Betty's kind of like lying and everything. She's like, oh, well, I had this code cipher with me the whole time. And then they cipher the code, and then yeah, they go warn the City Hall people, because that's where he's going to attack. And then Veronica and Archie go through the gun out. And you're like, there's the episode. I'd give this episode a B+. It was pretty good. Thanks for watching. Peace.